All right, so today we are going to learn about some basic statistics. So flip to a new page in your engineering notebook and title it Basic Statistics. All right, so the definition of statistics is using data, typically large amounts of data, using data to make predictions and typically we will have to analyze that data to make those predictions. Okay, so there's different ways to analyze data. We are going to look at a couple simple ones. Sorry, it was a little bit blurry. All right, so a couple you probably already know: mean slash average. All right. Um, Assuming you're in high school right now, you should know what those things are. But basically, if you have some data, all right, you could have more data. You would add up that data and divide by n, which is the number of data. So x would be the data, and n would be the number of data points. All right. So simple, let's say you have 2 plus 4 plus 6. There are 1, 2, 3 bits of data. So you would divide by 3. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 6 is 12. 12 divided by 3, the average here would be 4. For our purposes, you will have to do a little bit fancier of that, but that's the basics. All right, median. Okay, median is the middle value. And if it is an odd, so if there's an odd number, it will be the middle value. If it is if even, it'll be the average. All right, so see if this makes sense. So if you have 3 data points, 1, 3, and 5, then this is the median. If you have 4 data points, 1, 3, 5, and 7, then you would take these 2 middle points and you would average them together to make it 4. All right, so then let's look at quartiles. All right, quartiles. So it's each quarter of data. So you would have to put your data in order from smallest to largest. So put data in order, smallest to largest. All right. And then basically what you have, think about it like a number line. All right. You would have 0, and then you'd have the first quartile. You'd have the second quartile, the third quartile, and technically the fourth. Okay. So the second quartile is the same as the median. The first quartile and the third quartile, we will call going between here and here is called the interquartile range. All right, so the interquartile range, often noted as IQR. All right, I'm going to flip the page. All right, so basic stats continued. All right, so we have range, which is the max value minus the min value. Okay, so let's try to put the range and kind of the quartiles together. So let's say we have some data. We have 1, 3, 7, 4, 5, and 6. All right, step one, we would put them in order. So we have 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Sorry. All right, so now to find the range of this, we would take the max minus the min. So the max minus the min. So 7 minus 1 would give us 6 for the range. And then if we were looking at the interquartile, so 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So looking at this interquartile range, all right, so if we look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have the middle point, which is in between these. So the interquartile range would be that. And then what you have is then, since you have these numbers, you would then go to, and we don't have a ton of numbers here, so it's a little bit tricky, but basically we would say that we want this value and we want this value. So for this, basically, since we have 6 values, trying to find the quarter is basically a little over 1. So we're going to say it's this one, so 3. And we're going to say it's this one, 6. So for your values, when you have 20 data points, the 10th value, or in between the 10th and the 11th, will be your the middle quartile. And then this one, the first quartile, would be between the 5th and the 6th data point. And this one would be between the 15th and 16th data point. All right, so in this case, the IQR is 3 because it's 6 minus 3. Okay, IQR 6 minus 3.